Well, that little notification on your screen saying they've got new stuff can only mean one thing. They've got new stuff. Welcome to the Monday episode of Golf is Ruining My Life. What's that you saying? I can hear you on the other side of that screen. Are you Great Britain's 5th biggest golf podcast? That's certainly the rumour, isn't it, Price?
It's a rumour that we've put around, and it seems to be taking hold. Everyone's buying it, and I'm thrilled. Hello, welcome back. We go again, par pals, birdie buddies, bogey buddies. Once more, into the golfing breach. And to give you a little insight into what's going on today, as you listen to this podcast, or indeed watch it on YouTube, hello. I want you to know that Tom Green is a massive git.
Okay, I don't know where this is going, and I don't feel nice about it.
Tom Green is... Yeah, go on. Where are you right now?
Something?
Obviously, right now, we are recording this podcast, but in the future, you watching this or listening to this, Tom Green...
Oh, hold on. Let me just think.
Yeah, work it out.
So this is Monday, the 3rd of February.
March,
yeah,
there
of course. Oh, I've just played Kinta South.
Absolute twonk.
Yeah, I've just played Kinta South.
How did you get on? How did you play?
I shot scratch.
Oh,
mad.
Hang on. Can I just say, there's been some discussion post our live event, which you can watch on YouTube. There has been some discussion about saying I shot scratch, which is something I just say, but apparently, according to Holbrook and some other people on Instagram, friends of the show, but very much trolling me, you don't say shot scratch. You wouldn't say I shot scratch.
I got scratch is what you would say, would you?
I don't know. I hit scratch. I don't know. I don't know.
Yes.
I'm sticking with what is the correct way of saying that you shot a round of level par. It's not something that many people get to say. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I shot scratch. I'd like to shoot scratch. Unless you've got a cat called Scratch, I think that's an okay thing to say.
People say this is golf's most relatable podcast, and here we are trying to work out what exactly the right terminology would be for when we inevitably never break scratch. Yeah, I think level par. Shot level par is the right thing to say.
What would you be happy with? What's it called? Kinder Egg. What would you be happy with there?
Yeah, I'm playing Kinder Egg South, and I'm playing Laryngeal on the Tuesday. Everyone I've spoke to about Laryngeal has said the same thing, which is, this is the one.
Oh.
Everyone has said, you are in for an absolute treat.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Oh, but you deserve it, mate. You've worked pretty hard, quite hard at times. Can I make a request that you don't spray WhatsApps and emails everywhere next week about Golf is Ruining My Life? You put your head down, you get some golf done, because as we announced at the end of the last episode, this is the summer where we're gonna try and get down to, what is it, 0.5, so we can try and do open qualifying.
We have to get down to 0.5 so
thing.
we can rip off Peter Finch's idea. He has Quest for the Open. We have got Quest for Open qualifying. It's going to take a lot of work. But I was in the... when recording this is a Tuesday, right? But I was in the pub on Monday night, right? Which is pretty rare for me, if I'm honest with you. But because of how stressful Sunday was, Tom, I had a mate text me last night. I've actually mentioned him on the show. He's a guy called Alex. He's called I think he's called the Top 100 Golf Guru, if you want to go and check him out. He's a golf nerd like us.
Right.
And he messaged me saying, I'm near your house. I've travelled 90 minutes because it's the nearest place I could find for a lab putter fitting.
Oh!
It was that guy.
Oh, I've seen the emails about lab putter fitting. So he went to Verulam. Did he get it done?
He went to Verulam in St Albans, which is where I am, in Hertfordshire, to use the SAM system, which is the system you got to use when you're getting lab putter fitted.
What does that mean?
But he used the SAM system, and he was like, we need to go for some pints. I need to tell you all about it. So we went in the pub last night, and he just told me about this amazing fitting he'd had for this new lab putter. And he's got, I think it's the DF3. It's the one that Peter Finch had in the bag for a while. It's the one that sort of, we'll put a photo of it on screen right now, but it's like, it's quite a weird shape. And he's got the big, thick grip on there.
Oh,
but they look... After we spoke about them on the show a few weeks ago, talking about our lab putters, the new Scotty Camerons, I'm really keen to get one, Tom.
I would come with you to that fitting and get one myself. Because, as we're pointing out, they're the first putter to make Scotty Cameron go, huh? You know, we're waiting for someone to do this with Vokey wedges, because Vokey wedges have been the market leader for way too long. Someone else needs to disrupt the whole Vokey wedges thing. The monopoly those guys have got. Everyone who's good at golf has got Vokey wedges at the moment, it seems to me. And a lot of people who aren't good at golf have got Vokey wedges. But lab putters have come along. And Scotty's in trouble, mate. Scotty is in trouble. Can you tell me about his fitting, or are we going to go and get a fitting? What's the plan? Do we want to give away what happens a bit?
I'm reluctant to give away what happens so much because in the background, Tom, you know I love an email.
I've seen that.
I've been speaking to the guys at Lab Putters because obviously we had a big video on TikTok a few weeks ago talking about Lab and Scotty Cameron, and they are potentially going to get us fitted for them.
I know.
And put them in the bag for a bit.
I know they are. So when you watch an email thread unfold in front of you and you're like, yes. Yeah, and you're sort of like cheering a horse race. Go on, Tom Green. Go on. So are we going to go to Verulam and get them fitted ourselves?
I don't want to give too much away yet because I don't know the ins and outs of what's happening, and it might not come off, but we might have a bit of a podcast special with potentially the CEO from Lab Putters and talk about what it's all about. Because doing a little bit of research on it, everyone seems to think that it stands for lie angle balanced, I think is what it stands for. And the whole technology is essentially so the putter face doesn't turn as you go backwards, right?
Yeah.
So you can, without trying to manipulate the club, it just stays super square. Which, when I think about my putting and what leads to my 3-putt, sometimes I look at my putter and because I've got that bladed Scotty Cameron, it's almost shaking. It's like, I just don't, it's all over the place.
Just say, I love the way you've blamed the putter. Yeah, it's weird. My putter's got the shakes. No, it's the putterer. Who's got it? My putting fail, which happened to me on 17 the other day, I was having one of the greatest rounds of the last couple of years. And as I revealed at the end of the last episode, I've now dropped below a 5 handicap for the first time in 2 years.
Unbelievable.
So happy about
cool.
it.
It's really cool.
It feels great. Like it's put wind in my sails with everything I do in my life. I feel a bit better about it.
But can I just ask you before you carry on,
just
quickly, how high did you get? Were you on 7 off on one point?
Yeah, I was up in I think I might have nudged 8.2 at one stage or something.
Oh, price.
Yeah, but you know what? That was the year of the Cobra Blades. Those blades, man, they did bad things. When I hit them well, they were incredible, but I hit them badly a lot.
That's why players don't even PGA. Oh God, this is people that come for us for this.
Let's not bring the blades chat back.
Even PGA Tour players don't use blades that much.
And then we'll get loads of people saying blades are easy to hit. Anyway, and I did a thing on 17, and it was a pretty short putt, and I pulled it. And as I did it, the irritation I felt was the first time all round that I'd blown up because I stayed cool, calm, and collected all round. I didn't use my driver. I used my driver once. I was 3-wooding everything. I was chilled. I was in the fairways. I was having an amazing time. And then I did my enemy that is a secret golf enemy, a quiet golf enemy that sneaks up on me, and it's pulling putts left. And that's because the Cobra putter I've got is not fitted. It's just a lump of metal on a stick. So I'm really interested to hear about the fitting side of putting because I've never had a putter fitted.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to happen. And from the little bit of research that I've done on Lab Putters and the conversations that I've had with people who work in golf, it seems to me that Lab has really got something technology-wise which is going to invade the whole infrastructure, all the other brands of golf over the next couple of years.
Yeah.
That lie angle balance thing.
How does that work? So as you go back,
it doesn't turn. The face just doesn't turn. It just stays square all the way back.
Oh, wow.
So the conversations I've been having with people, they seem to think that this technology is going to be, all the brands are going to adopt it, and they're all going to have one of these lie angle balanced putters over the next couple of years because it is that revolutionary. So we'll see. This is what we want to do this podcast for is, I'm a 10 handicapper, Price is a 4 handicapper. It's annoying.
4.9.
But we want to get these technologies in our hands and have a go with them and give an honest review and let you know whether it was worth it or not. These guys aren't paying us. We don't have to say we love them. We just want to give an honest review and see if it's worth you guys going out there and getting them. Really.
Yeah. How much do lab putters cost? Are they pretty pricey? You sound like me when my wife asks me how much my waterproofs cost. Hey, I become Vic Reeves straight away. You don't need to worry about
my friend Alex, who loves golf, absolutely loves golf. He was turning a significant birthday. I won't say what birthday, but he was turning a significant birthday. And how about this for a day for him?
Go on.
He'd been... I'm so jealous.
Oh.
He'd been to the Titleist fitting centre.
Oh.
And got a full set of irons.
Oh.
And then he'd gone down the road and got a lab putter fitting. It just sounds absolutely perfect, doesn't it?
Titleist and then lab.
I know.
What a day. One of the most exhausting golf days of my life was when I went for my stealth fitting down in Basingstoke.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, hold on. Was this Checkout Series 1 of the podcast when you recorded the whole thing?
It's a whole half-hour special. Absolutely. Thank you very much to Pete the golf pro. He's absolutely brilliant. There's a great team down there in Basingstoke, and I had an hour of just whacking balls, hit them, and it was absolutely. By the end of it, I was knackered. I was like, I've hit more drives today than I hit in a season.
Here's my hot take on fittings, by the way. Here's a hot take.
Oh yeah.
Right, it's all well and good getting fitted for your irons, but on what Price is saying about getting that driver fitting, I went to the lovely and amazing Scottsdale Golf, who they're just about to open their new fitting centre in the UK in Birmingham.
Lovely. See that.
Yep, see that. I went along and had a full bag fitting at Scottsdale.
A bag fitting?
So when I say bag, I mean from top to bottom of the bag. Wedges, irons, woods, drivers. I was in there for about 6 hours.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you all. It was too much.
I remember this. Didn't you have to stop and say, "Can I get a full fat Coke? I need some sugar and cafe, please."
There was quite a scary moment where we were fitting driver, and he was like, "I know what shaft I've always had the same shaft in my drivers for the last 8 years, whatever.
Yeah.
It's always been a stiff shaft, not an extra stiff.
Yeah.
I'm not insane, just a stiff shaft.
Yeah.
But because I've been swinging for so long at this point, I'd done irons, I'd done woods, I'd done wedges. My swing speed had decreased so much that he was like, I think we're in a regular shaft here, extra forgiving head. I was like, I'm not that guy. You don't know me. I'm not that guy.
Can I come back tomorrow?
I sat down and had a chocolate digestive and went again, and then I was back in my stick shaft and I felt better.
It's like when you give blood. Just need to get a sugary treat. I'm super excited to get a putter fitting. I mean, lab. I mean, you saw it's for lie angle balance. Is that right? Lie angle balance?
Lie angle balance, I think, is what it stands for. Yeah.
It's cool. But it's lab. Come on, it sounds like a laboratory. So it sounds like science is getting involved. I was going to say, actually, it feels a bit like increasingly in golf, it's becoming like Formula One in the sense that these innovative or these inventions, or you get the latest new tech, it gives you these little tiny advantages. And what they call thingy gains. What's it called when you like minor gains or what's that phrase they use in cycling?
Yeah, it's like partial gains or something like that, isn't it? So,
and it feels like we're doing that in golf, but still miles away. So we're getting these partial gains, but with something like putting. With something like these putters that seem to make a massive difference, that could be a major gain. That could be a really big thing. But using tech, like, you know, there's a lot of golfers who just sit there with their clubs and go, I ain't changing, I ain't getting lessons. I'm going to keep fighting this game by myself. And you're like, sure, I respect that. I do. I get it. But you're getting a boulder, pushing it up a hill and going back down again because it ain't going to change. It ain't going to change.
I've not done the thing that I think I probably should do. That I know Holbrook's definitely done this, our original listener.
Had 9 kids.
No.
Is that it?
No. It's when you input almost every shot into like a Hole 19 app. And it gives you a big... My friend Voiley did it, right? When he was really... my friend Matt, Tom, I don't know how we've never spoken about my friend Matt on this show.
Wait, we're coming to the ads, and you're bringing the Matt chat now when we get towards the ads.
Hold on. After the ads, I will tell you what my friend Matt did that changed his life, and I think all of his family are like, are you okay? But this podcast would understand.
Oh,
that's all I'm going to say.
Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to the Monday edition of not only your favourite golf podcast, but bloody Great Britain's, mate. Well, ahead of 4 others, but they're fine.
Don't talk about them.
Don't talk about them.
Yeah. So I want to hear about Matt. So why have we never talked about Matt? And what has Matt done?
This was a few years ago now, right?
Right.
And part of me, at the bottom of my soul, wants to do the thing Matt did.
Go on.
Matt worked in London in marketing. Okay?
Yeah.
He quit his job to become a caddie at Dornuch. Yeah.
How have we only just got to this? Tom, we have been talking. Think how many hours of talking absolute gobbledygook about golf. And only now do you tell me that someone did something like so extraordinary and at Dornuch.
Yeah. He would probably come on the show and talk about it because he had an amazing
experience.
Call him
now. How long was he there for?
I think he was there for a summer. At least it was like a summer or a year.
Oh,
and he went up.
Went
up there, and I think that there is like caddie accommodation that they put him up in. He got to really learn the course, and he was essentially. I mean, he'll tell the story better than I will. I will try and get him on. He's just a mate of mine.
I mean,
but yeah, he just caddied for a year and just helped very, very rich Americans out and lugged their bags round. And you do 2 rounds a day. And I think after the last tee time, you were allowed to go and play the course a little bit.
Wow, you'd be sick of it by then. When you after 2 sort of loops, you'd be like, ugh, last thing I want to do is play.
Yeah.
Wow, I wonder what his biggest tip was. Oh my God, we have to get him on, Tom. So
he got so much better at golf.
Did it? It's like when people do a skiing season. They just come back a different person. Fudge.
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
He had this, I remember, we were a pretty similar golfing level, I would suggest, when he started. And he came back from Dornuch with the slowest swing. Like, we talk about slow swings on this, though, but it was, Tom, it was like, I would honestly say it was a 3-second backswing.
Oh!
It was all the way back, like this, like literally count this.
Go on, do it for me. Make it, verbalize it. Going back. Here we go.
Going back. And then down.
Oh,
it was comically slow, and his ball striking was unbelievable.
I mean, listen, this is one of my favourite topics, swing speed. Like, if we could, if there was some tech, it's weird, isn't it, when you think about all the different things that you can get read out when you get your TrackMan and the incredible tech. For example, down at pitch in Canary Wharf, we were talking about this the other day. There's an overhead camera. You can see the ball strike moment, like mind-bogglingly brilliant. However, here's one stat which they don't give you. How long did your swing take? I think that is a really, really interesting idea to say to people. You're swinging too quick, mate, for your height, for your size, for your measurements. Your golf swing should not be 0.8 seconds. It should be 1.3. That is a number that I have never seen reflected, and I think that could be a really helpful number.
Because it would be good to know where you stand as well, wouldn't it? Because I think that would help me out. Because everyone says to me, swing slower.
Yeah.
But I don't know how fast I am going, or how much faster I'm going to another 10 handicapper, or to a scratch golfer. Like, I've got no parameter for it,
obviously,
so I don't know how to change it.
And swings. The length of a golf swing changes with what club you've got, I guess, to an extent, because clubs are longer and stuff. So maybe they just do everyone has to do it with a 6-iron or whatever. And then you get your number. In the same way that you get your handicap, you get your number, and, how long does your swing take? 2.3 seconds. Oh, wow, that's long and delicious and silky. How long does your swing take? 0.2. Okay, you need to take some diazepam, and someone needs to put you on different RPM, which is a vinyl reference a lot of people won't get. I think that's really, really interesting. So he goes to Dornuch. What was he doing? He was working successfully in London, doing stuff?
Yeah, he was in London working in marketing and wasn't enjoying it. And then went to Dornuch and became a caddie and had an amazing summer of getting way, way, way better at golf and caddying some really interesting, amazing people, and had a very lovely time. And how often do you have this? There's certain thoughts that I have had to help me get off to sleep at night. The idea of quitting it all and taking this podcast on the road and becoming a caddie, Tom. What a life we would have. What a life.
I want to take this podcast on the road so badly. I'm not trying to get away from my family, of course, but I am desperate to do that.
Can I go back to the pub conversation from earlier?
Yeah, so your mate Alex, I want to say?
My mate Alex, who
just had a lab
used to
fitting.
be a member. He just had a lab fitting, but he's the one that messaged me a couple of weeks ago about Porter's Park, which is obviously we all now know. I'm getting played in over the next couple of weeks. So I probably should stop saying that I'm a member because it's not actually happened yet.
Yeah, but the played-in thing, to reiterate, that isn't to test you out. That's to welcome you to the club. You're in.
No, of course. Yeah, but, anything could change between now and then. They might go, we've heard your podcast. We think you're a big silly Billy. So he's an ex-member of Porter's Park. Oh. And we had a long conversation last night about what I'm getting into. And I've said that this time round, I want to become... God, Tom, I'm going to give you another compliment. Hell?
They're coming thick and fast at the moment. This podcast is the best therapy.
I hate this.
Go on, mate. Slow it down. I want this compliment to last 8.2 sentences.
Well, I'm going to start doing all the board comps, and I'm going to start getting involved with the competitions like you do, and really become part of... And that's what I want to do. I want to get on the board. God, how much March optimism is there in this podcast at the moment? We haven't been ruined by golf this year so far, have we?
Well, we are the people getting out of the car in the car park before a round at the moment. And come September, October, we're the ones getting back in the car and biting the steering wheel with rage. But we'll get to that in September. Don't worry about that. You want to get on the board?
I want to get on the board. I want to start playing regularly. So he was like, there's a Thursday roll-up you can do, which like the last tee time's at 6 p.m, which is brilliant because my radio show finishes at 1, so I can get home and play. Yeah. And I'm going to do a Saturday or Sunday medal scenario, quarterly medal, whatever it is, monthly medal, and just fully get involved. I'm so committed to this year getting much better at this stupid sport.
Oh, Tom, it's so good to hear. It's
being in the pub last night got me excited.
What is your handicap at the moment? What are you off?
10.2, I think.
Great. You're gonna plummet. You got to get to an average of 3 rounds a week. That's the key, mate.
Yeah, no,
That's
I know.
What I find.
I know. Can I speak about what I'm currently doing though? Because obviously this is Monday, but
you're in Portugal. Here. You're playing at Kinder Egg, and you got laryngitis tomorrow, but you got Kinder Egg today.
How many rounds of golf, when you're playing abroad, does it need to be for you to justify taking your clubs out with you?
Oh, that's such a great question.
You know,
I know the answer to it, actually. I can tell you the answer. 1.
Okay.
1. It's not that expensive.
I'm not taking my clubs.
Why not? It's not that expensive to fly your clubs out compared to the cost of hiring clubs. They're sort of marginally the same. Why would you not take your clubs with you? Why are you going to go and play this incredible course and spend loads of money on playing the course and spend the first 3 holes going, oh, this 7-iron's a bit weird?
Do you want to know the real reason? Because the real reason is not that interesting. Well, it is a bit interesting, but it's not golf related.
Your golf clubs are... you share your golf clubs with your neighbour and it's their turn.
No, the real reason I'm not taking my golf clubs is because I'm this year going on holiday to Portugal, and because no one can look after my dog's coming with us, so I'm driving to Paris on Friday with my bag and turtle to then get on a flight to Portugal, because when you're in Europe, you can fly with a dog, so I can't justify taking a suitcase, a dog, my car, and golf clubs.
We are very good.
It's already mental. The whole trip's already mental.
We are very good at strictly staying on golf. Sometimes Tom and I will start to indulge in chat on the show about our radio shows or something my kids done or whatever. But we're very good at policing ourselves and saying, no, come on, this is about golf. However, your flight logistics, they partially relate to golf, but they are so mad, we should definitely drill in to exactly what's going on here. You're going down
do you want to talk about it? I'll talk about it. Oh, God, I'll talk about it.
I think we can have just a moment to just a couple of minutes to explain that you can take animals on flights inside Europe, but if you're flying from London, you can't. So you're taking a train to Paris, but you're not just taking a train. No. You're taking you're driving to Paris.
Yep. So on Friday, when you listen to this will have already happened.
Yeah.
On Friday, I'm getting in my car. I'm driving to Folkestone. Is it Folkestone? Is it Dover?
Sure is.
I don't know.
It's Folkestone.
I'm then getting on the Eurotunnel in my car. By the way, I've got a 2008 diesel that's going to break down any second with 130,000 miles on. So I then get on the train, which then drops me off in, is it Calais? Hard to know. 3 hours from Calais to Paris Orly, where I then park my car at 11 p.m., 11:30 with my dog. I then go into an airport hotel with my dog. My wife's not with us, by the way, because my wife's at the Brit Awards. So that's fine, and I'm okay with that. So then I then go to bed.
She's hanging out with Sam Fender. You're in a hotel room with a small dachshund.
Yeah. And then I wake up at, that's right, your friend of mine, 4 a.m. To then go to the airport, check my dog in. What's that, you ask? Is your dog friendly? No. So I don't know how they're going to check my dog. We've had to put a muzzle on a dachshund. That looks weird.
Yeah.
And then get a flight to Portugal, where I'm staying. I can't check into until 5 p.m. My parents are out there. They're staying at the Four Seasons. That's not dog friendly. I've got to spend the whole day on the beach with my dog and my suitcase.
Like a homeless beach man. You're going to be a beach bum. Do you want to take a penny whistle? Try and get some spare change. That is.
And you're asking me why I'm not taking my 7-wood.
What are your worst golfing holiday logistics? Do you know what? Here's a question, right? Off the back of that. What are the maddest measures you've been to, the maddest lengths you've been to make golf happen? Because I found myself driving all over the place, dropping kids off at friends' houses for sleepovers, leaving my dogs with, my brother who's got a flat and there's a potential dangerous balcony. It's fine. I've got to do the medal. Like the things you've done where you find yourself running around just to play golf. And by the time you get to that first tee, you're so clinically exhausted. The idea of golf makes you feel physically sick. Let us know, the toms at golfersruiningmylife.co.uk, or you can write in the comments if you're watching us on YouTube, because I think it points to the maniacal golf focus that we've all got. Like we're like 100-meter sprinters. We're going to get to that end line. However, we're going to go via every single stop possible to make sure golf happens.
Can I do mine?
I mean, you've just done it. Done it.
I've got one more. Well, that so much wasn't to make. I'm not doing all that to make golf work. Well, maybe I am, because I really want to go to Portugal.
You're playing Kinder Egg, yeah.
Yeah. My favourite one of those is one of my best mates, Chris. Big Man City fan. Best man at my wedding. He was at the live event. For a while, he had quite a small flat, and his partner wouldn't let him keep the golf clubs in the flat because there wasn't enough room. So I had a slightly bigger flat in South London. I was so keen to play golf with him that I agreed to house his clubs for a year and a half within my house just so I could play golf with my mate Chris.
That is
ridiculous.
Just brilliant. It's just brilliant. I love it. What's that in the spare room? Oh, we've got a lodger. There's 14 of them. I have to go in and clean them every now and again. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that.
I know. Especially when you move to a new city like London, and this was before I was a member anywhere, so you're sort of playing here, there, and everywhere, so you don't have that group of golfing mates. If you find someone that's into golf, you got to hold on to them. You got to not let him go. Before we finish, Tom, could I say weirdly what I'm missing?
While you're away?
No, not while I'm away, but what I've been missing what you're missing.
You're missing the endless logistics and emails about our PGA Tour 2K25 live event that we did last week.
It's associated with it. It's not the admin I'm missing. And this feels like a hashtag spawn, hashtag corporate, but genuinely isn't. I'm missing playing PGA Tour 2K25.
It's a really good game.
And they've not even asked me to say that.
No dollar heading our way for this. It's really, really good, and it is out now. Yeah. And you know what? If you want to take a bit of time off physical golf but still want to play golf constantly, I cannot recommend it enough. We had so much fun playing it. Have you not got it all set up at home? Then you got to get yourself a console, mate.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to go and get one. I've never had a PS5. Just having a PS5 in the house was mega. Having PGA Tour 2K25 was mega. At the live event. Sorry. We did a nearest the pin on the game, and because it obviously when you're playing as Tiger Woods, Tiger's infamously quite accurate, so we couldn't do it on like sawgrass or whatever because everyone would be getting within 10 foot. So the guys who were working on the show created the world's hardest par 3.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
And it was so funny to watch. Like the undulations on the green were all over the place. You had to hit over a crocodile. The flag was a foot onto the green, which you had to cover water in. And I just had so much fun playing it. I don't know. I want to get it, basically. And I know loads of you lot, since I was talking about it, have actually gone and got it. So, I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Definitely get it. Definitely get it. Listen, that's it for another episode. Tom, have an amazing time. Congratulations on shooting the heck out of Scratch, if that's a phrase, at the kindergarten today. Good luck tomorrow at Laryngitis. Make sure you check out our socials because Tom will be putting videos up. Golf is Ruining My Life on Instagram. I'm sure you already follow us. And you can see, Tom, you're going to do some little vid or a little photo of how you're getting on out there?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I might do. I'll probably do a one-hole play with me, one hole on each course.
Okay, nice.
So I've got to get my father-in-law to use an iPhone. So that's good luck all.
Look forward to seeing your father-in-law's thumb.
Yeah. Just that.
Yeah.
Just
Great
totally
shot, mate.
mystic.
Really good shot. Well done.
Make sure you go and like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you get notified as soon as we drop a brand new video. These are becoming bigger and bigger on YouTube, and it's probably the easiest way of interacting with us, just getting those comments. And we reply really quickly. So subscribe. Golf is Ruining My Life on YouTube, and we'll see you same time next time for more of this guff.
Bye.